Hello and welcome to another video. A lot of you have been asking for a guide on Epic Conquest X, and so here it is. Firstly, I'd like to say, I'm a beginner myself at the time of recording, but I will be trying my best to explain everything. Once I reach a good professional level, I'll make another beginner guide, covering more stuff. Let's begin with data cores. You can equip and view them in the hero section. You can equip up to 5 cores at max. These are kind of like artifacts in games like Genshin Impact. Each data core has a particular substat, as you can see here. These can be upgraded to increase the value of the substat. You can also salvage or destroy extra or unnecessary data cores for materials. You can also view all your data cores in the backpack. Each data core has a particular set. These are the special buffs if you equip either 2 pieces of the set, or 4 pieces. You can pause and read it. And this is for the other data core set. As of recording, there are only 2 sets for data cores. More will come in the future. Data cores can be obtained from here, doing the core spire domains. You can select which data core set you want, and then do its domain. These data cores help in focusing on particular stats, which can be viewed here. It's just like appraisals in Epic Conquest 2, only thing with buffs at certain number of pieces equipped. Upgrading the data cores to higher and higher levels unlocks more substats. Next is equipments. You can view them here. Equipments are fixed for every character, and cannot be changed. It's not exactly like equipments, but yeah. The first by default is attack, second is health and the third is defense. You can upgrade these too. You need a special upgrade material which can be found in the Trial of Armaments. Here you can clear the domain stages to get the materials. To enter, you need a special ticket which can be obtained from missions and other stuff. After clearing it once, you can sweep it to instantly clear it too. Sweeping uses the tickets too. You can recalibrate these equipments to change the substats. This is kinda like appraisals, or basically reforging, but you can't specify what stat you want. It'll be random. You need a special type of material for it, which can be obtained from events and other stuff. Also, make sure to claim your free tickets, rubies and ethergy every day, and also a free signal flare. More about the signal flare and gacha system later. You can do domains to get various resources like Unico, the game currency, or to get XP to level up your characters, get data cores, boss materials and more. Then there are Masteries. Each Mastery unlocked paves the way to another similar Mastery. You require hero fragments to get Mastery points. Hero fragments can be converted to Mastery points, which can then be used to unlock your desired Masteries. In order to get hero fragments, you have to go to the Request tab, and pull on the Gacha banner. If you get the character that you already have, it'll get converted to that hero's fragments. More on the Gacha system next. For those of you who already know about the Gacha system, you can see the chapters in the video description and skip to that part. For those new to this Gacha system and have no idea what it is, stick around. You can access this by clicking the request button on the bottom. So basically this is called a gacha banner, which features a special 5-star character. Every 20 to 25 days, a new character is featured and the previous banner ends. Here you can see what all is available. This means that these characters are limited time only, and you can see the time period below. In order to get a character, you need its banner. You can pull on the banner using signal flares. These signal flares can be obtained from missions and events, or can directly be bought from the store. Don't forget to buy the monthly 10 flares for just 50 rubies each. Normal rates are 200 rubies per flare. Once you get them, you can pull either once or 10 times at once. Different colors represent different rarity. This is the hero fragments I was talking about. As you can see here, I did not get Sarita. This is because she is guaranteed at 80 pulls, and every 10 pull guarantees a 4-star. However, if you're lucky enough, you can get her at below 80 pulls too. It's mostly luck-based, as the chances of getting the featured 5-star is very low, but is 100% at 80 pulls. The number of pulls built up is called pity. Also, once you reach 80 pulls, you'll 100% get a 5-star character, but there's a 50% chance of getting the one featured in the banner, and 50% chance of getting another standard 5-star character. This is called a 50-50 system. In some games it's 55-45. If you lose your 50-50 and get a standard 5-star, the next time you get a 5-star it'll be guaranteed to be the featured one. I don't think ECX has this 50-50 system yet, because there are very few characters, but in the future it may come. Also, the pity you build up carries on to the next banner too, but resets if you get a 5-star. I got Sarita at 10 pity. The 10 free pulls you get for downloading the game, which can be claimed from the event tab. Comment if you still have any doubts or questions regarding the gacha system, and also help out others if you know the answers. The next is Battle Pass. Here you get various rewards, based on how much XP you accumulate. The XP can be obtained doing the daily, weekly and seasonal tasks. The Battle Pass has a time period after which it will reset. The missions have individual reset periods too, which is mentioned below. If you're lazy or whatever the reason, you can buy levels using rubies too. Each level costs 100 ruby. You can see the rewards of the entire battle pass up to level 57. I advise you to not be lazy and do it every day, since it gives a lot of useful resources and materials. Then there's the limit break. When your character reaches the level cap, which on base is level 20, then you can limit break it to increase the level cap. It's basically like ascending the character. Now I will talk about Leon's battle mechanics. I have already explained about the equipment, data cores and masteries. Okay, so Leon has this bar at the bottom, which are for skills. There are 3 bars, each skill using up 1 bar. As you can see here, attack enemies fills up this skill bar, as well as another bar called the blade gauge. It consists of 100 points, which also fill up while attacking. When you fill up 50 points and then do a skill, the skill is amplified and does extra damage as you can see. Leon also enters the Blade Overdrive mode after this amplified skill for 10 seconds, where his attack and attack speed increases. I advise you to fill up at least 2 skill bars before using the ultimate attack, as the ultimate completely fills the blade gauge, so you can immediately do 2 amplified skills. Also, I advise you to wait for the blade gauge to fill up and then use skills, for higher damage and buffs. Don't just spam skills as soon as they are ready. For more information, read about his attacks and skills in the Masteries section. Mavis has 2 bullet gauges here. One is red and the other is blue. Normal attacks use both of these bullets when their gauges are filled. I will talk more on these 2 types of bullets later on. Her blue-colored skill, Precision Shot, shoots a single target with high precision, inflicting lock-on status. Enemies inflicted with lock-on will receive more damage. This skill also fills up blue bullets. Crimson Area fills up the red bullet gauge, firing a round of bullets. Now talking about these 2 bullet types, the red bullets give 100% damage bonus. The blue bullets grant Azure Trigger stack to enemies. When this stack reaches 20, it deals a big explosion as a bonus damage. This stack and its damage has its own crit calculations. Mavis Ultimate shoots a torrent of both bullets. You may not have noticed, but Mavis has two different guns. One blue and one red, for the respective bullets. I won't be explaining every single character, since others are still in development, and Leon and Mavis are the main ones. For Tono and Yano you can simply read about them in their Masteries section. When Daimon, Vivian and other characters release, I'll explain about them. Sarita is a bit too weak right now and the developers will probably update her kit, so that is on hold too. You can do various challenges here, and get special tokens. These can be exchanged in the shop for different items, including rubies and the wrench needed to recalibrate. Here are a couple of tips for you. Before that, I wanted to clarify, in order to recharge your ultimate attack, you have to use skills. Using skills recharges the ult. Now, a couple of tips. The characters that you do not control at the time of battle, I mean the artificially controlled ones, do not receive any damage. That's a bonus if you have a character low on health. You can simply switch to another character so that they won't lose health. Another tip, while using the skill of one character do not wait for the skill to complete. Like in this case using Sarita's skill. It's a long one, so instead of waiting for the skill to end, simply use the skill and switch to another character. It doesn't cancel the skill. This saves time and you can deal more damage this way. That's it for this video. Once the game develops to a proper level, and a good amount of players indulge in it, I'll make another beginner guide. So subscribe and stay tuned for that. Also, I'd be making videos explaining the different characters' S kits when they release. Until then, see you.